Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I am from Lahore, Pakistan, and I teach Ielts in Lahore. Okay. Well guys, let's go on. We are doing Ielts listening and target is 8 band in listening, and once we achieve 8 band in listening, automatically we can struggle to achieve 3 sevens, and 8777 is going to be your passport to Canada, to Australia, or wherever you want to go to. It's mainly for Canada. So guys, the question type which we're going to discuss now, there they give you options, around 5 to 7 options, and then there are the questions. So you have to select appropriate option for each question. This is the question type which we are going to discuss, and this type of questions may come in IELTS listening section 3. It can be in section 3 along with multiple choice. There can be 4 or 5 multiple choice questions and 4 or 5 questions where you have to select appropriate option out of 5, and the options are labeled like A, B, C, D, E, and questions are labeled as questions 25, 26, 27 and so on. Now we go to the handout and I'm going to read all these questions for you, right, and I'm going to tell you how to read the questions, what to underline in the questions, what is important, and then how to find the answer. Let's take a start. Alright guys, now we start. Got questions 26 to 30. Now this is important. The type of question is choose 5 answers from the box, and this is the box. From here you got to choose 5 options. Now this sentence is important. What decisions do the students make? Okay, so you got to listen carefully and see what decisions do the students make about each of the following parts of their presentation. Now these are the parts of presentation and these are the decisions. Okay, these options are short, sometimes the options are very long. Again the same principle over here, you got to just focus noun, verb, adjective, right? So you just need to read, and let me tell you, parts of presentation are not important. You can take a look at them, but the most important thing is decision. So when they give you time to read the questions, you must go through the decisions and try to encircle or underline some of the words here. Now A is use visuals. For visuals they can use the word like pictures, images, anything like that. Keep it short. Remember, when they say keep it short, you can write here like length. Involve other students. That means interaction. Right? Interaction. Alright, my handwriting is when I'm writing fast. Check the information is accurate. Over here it is all about accuracy. Provide a handout. For handout they might use the word notes. And give away. Focus on one example, instance, like that. Do online research. Important word is online research. Now you have to see what do they decide. Do they decide to do something with the length, keep it short, or visuals, or involvement of other students, or checking the information is accurate, or provide a handout, or example, and online research. Now when they talk in the audio, in the first part they will talk about it, then second part, third part, fourth part, and you will get to know automatically. Say first of all, let's talk about historical background. Then they say let's move on to geographical factors. Next is past mistakes, so you can easily track. Now this finger will be here, this hand will be here, and remember, do not put the pencil here, put the pencil here so that you could see everything. When I put the pencil here, I cannot see all the options, but when I put the pencil here, I can read all the options. The first thing is to reach the option they are talking about. For example, historical background. Suddenly they say, well, as far as historical background is concerned, in that we don't have any issues with the visuals. We have already used visuals appropriately. It means this is not the answer. Then what I think we should do is that it is already quite long, so I think we need to reduce the length of it. And the other student says, yes, you have the point, I agree. That means the answer to B is 26. Okay, so it's a good idea to write the answer after the option. Do not come back over here and say, okay, the answer is B. By the time when you go back, you would have lost the track of the audio. So this is where you need to track the audio. You don't need to track the audio here. No, you need to track the audio here. Over here, this information will come one by one. You can put your pen here. You can put your hand here. Geographical factors. Now, if they say, let's move on to geographical factors. Although in our presentation we have described many geographical factors, but I think we should focus on a specific example. And the other student says, you have the point, because we are giving many examples. This is how we are not properly focusing on one example. So let's make it specific by focusing one instance. So it means the answer is 27. Right? Then they go on past mistakes. Now again, and by the way, one option is used once only, right? And sometimes one option can be used twice. Past mistakes. Now see, what do they do? What do they say about past mistake? For example, they say, as far as the past mistakes are concerned, this is one part of the presentation. These are not their past mistakes. So this is the part of the presentation, past mistakes. They say, now, well, let's talk about past mistakes section of our presentation. What should we do in that? At the moment, it's quite boring. The other says, yes, I know what you mean. Hey, why don't we interact with other participants to make it interesting? Why don't we interact with other participants? Why don't we interact the audience to make it interesting? The other says, good idea. That means 28 is here. Understand? So this is how, you got to move. This is where you need to track the audio. And this is where you need to just see now what are they talking about. And one finger over here is enough. Now if they say future risks, what sort of risks does it have for the future? Right? Say, well, I think as far as the future risks are concerned, I think this part of our presentation is actually not based on research. So let me do some research on the web. Let me find out the details on the web. And the other says, that sounds great. When they say that sounds great, it means 29 is here. And if he says, no, I don't think so, it's already fine, but we just need to add some visuals in this part of the presentation, then it is this. So listen and decide and write the answers here. At the end, when they give you time to check your answers, now G is 29, so 29 G. For example, F is 27, so 27 F, and write them very, very carefully. For example, B is 26, so 26B. Like this, at the end you can write the answers. So this is the best way to deal with this type of questions. And again, as I have explained everything, so I've got high expectations. The target is again 5 by 5. And this is for those who are planning 8+ band in listening. All the best, guys.
Now listen and answer questions 26 to 30.
So, I think we've probably got enough for our presentation. It's only 15 minutes.
OK, so I suppose we'll begin with some general historical background about why coastal cities were established. But we don't want to spend too long on that. The other students will already know a bit about it. It's all to do with communications and so on.
Yes. We should mention some geographical factors, things like wetlands and river estuaries and coastal erosion and so on. We could have some maps of different cities with these features marked.
On a handout, you mean? Or some slides everyone can see?
Yeah, that'd be better.
It'd be good to go into past mistakes in a bit more detail. Did you read that case study of the problems there were in New Orleans with flooding a few years ago?
Yes, we could use that as the basis for that part of the talk. I don't think the other students will have read it, but they'll remember hearing about the flooding at the time.
Okay. So that's probably enough background.
So then we'll go on to talk about what action's been taken to deal with the problems of coastal cities.
Okay. What else do we need to talk about? Maybe something on future risks, looking more at the long term if populations continue to grow?
Yeah, we'll need to do a bit of work there. I haven't got much information, have you?
No, we'll need to look at some websites. Shouldn't take too long.
Okay. And I think we should end by talking about international implications. Maybe we could ask people in the audience. We've got people from quite a lot of different places.
That'd be interesting if we have time, yes. So now, shall we go on?
Welcome back. Well guys, so how was your experience, huh? Good experience. See that if you understand the questions, you can reach the answers, and if you don't understand the questions, it's difficult to reach the answers. Okay, so you must comment and tell me out of 5 questions how many answers are correct. Okay, I just want to know 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5, like that. Okay, so this is how you need to deal with this type of questions, and I would advise you to take one full test, and there you can understand things better. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe my channel. I run another channel, Asad Yaqub Vlogs. You can subscribe to that, and I also teach Ielts online. If you want to join my online Ielts classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. You can find me on Facebook as well. There I am with Asad Yaqub Ielts. I have a page and you can like my Facebook page. Asad Yaqub wishes you 8.5 band in Ielts listening. Take care. Allah Hafiz.